So in this skill review, we're just going to talk some more about converting decimals to fractions. Remember, when you convert a decimal to fraction, there's a couple things that you want to know. First, and the most important thing, is the fraction's denominator is going to be equal to 10 to the n, or 1 with n zeros after it, and n is equal to the number of places after the decimal. So, for instance, in number 1 here, there are 2 places after the decimal, so you're going to put the denominator as 10 squared, which is 100, or two zeros after 1, 1, 0, 0. The second thing to remember is always just ignore the whole number, or the number to the left of the decimal, until the end. Okay, so for instance, on this one, again, I told you your denominator is going to be 100, your numerator is 45, and then you always want to simplify. So you simplify 45 over 100. Hopefully you notice that 5 goes into both those. 5 goes into 45 9 times. 5 goes into 100 20 times. And so the answer to this question is 9/20. The fraction equivalent to 0.45 is 9 over 20. If you know your fractions well, as we talked about before, the 20ths go up as 0.05 is 1/20th, 0.05 times 2 is 0.1, which is 2/20th, and so on and so forth. Okay, on the next one, again, ignore the 2 until the end, right? Our answer is going to be 2 and something. So let's just deal with the 75. Now notice on the 75, there are 3 decimal places, so I need 10 to the third, or 3 zeros. Now when I simplify this, you hopefully will notice that 25 goes into 75. 25 will always go into 10 with at least 2 zeros. And so in this case, 75 divided by 25 equals 3. 100 divided by 25 is 40. Now 3/40 is simplified. Nothing goes into both those, so your answer is 2 and 3/40. Okay, the next problem, again, same thing. Ignore the 5 until the end. Recognize that in 128, we're going to put it over 1,000 because there's going to be 3 zeros because there's 3 places after the decimal point. Well, I know 4 goes into 128. That's pretty clear to me because 4 goes into 28. And so that's going to give me 25 plus 7 is 32. 4 clearly goes into 1,000 250 times. Well, both those are still even, so that means that 2 goes into both those, so you're going to get 16 over 125 when you divide by 2. Now, 16 only has factors of 2, 125 only has factors of 5, so it is simplified, so the answer is 5 and 16 over 125. Last one is a big one. You got 4, 6, 8, 7, 5. That represents 5 decimal places, so you need 5 zeros. Please note that this is really close to 0.5, so when we get our final answer better be close to 0.5. So it better be close to 1/2 or 10/20ths or 50 out of 100. Whatever the case, it needs to be close to that. Now again, this ends in 75, so I'm pretty sure that 25 goes into this. So I need to do some division here. And I check to see if 25 goes into 4, 6, 8, 7, 5. And it goes into 218 8 times, so 200. 187, 25 goes into 187 7 times. 175, and then 25 goes into 125 5 times, and so you end up with 1875. 25 goes into 100,000 4,000 times. Notice how, again, I'm pretty close to 1/2 there. 2,000 is half of 4,000. 1,875 is just under 2,000. Again, it's got a 75 here, so we're going to do a 25 again. When you do 25 into 875 this time, you notice you get 7, which gives you 175, and then 125, so 75. 25 goes into 4,000, well, just to keep doing your division. If you don't know these offhand, then you need to do the division. And 25 goes into 150 6 times, and into 0 0 times, and so it turns out to be 75 over 160. Still, 5 goes into both of these. 5 goes into 75 15 times. It goes into 160 32 times. So the final answer is 15 over 32. But remember, that's not your actual answer because it's got to be 18 and 15 over 32. And so the answer is 18 and 15 over 32. So when the key things to remember when you're dividing these out is the number of places after the 1 is equivalent to the number of places after the decimal, and then simplify, simplify, simplify.